Penetapan tarikh pembukaan laluan ini adalah tertakluk kepada hasil keputusan testing and commissioning sebagaimana yang telah dijelaskan oleh Mr. Patrick just now. Namun demikian, kami komited untuk memberikan kemaskini status secara berkala. Kami akan menjemput rakan-rakan media untuk satu lagi sesi taklimat pada pertengahan bulan Januari 2026. Okey, saya teruskan dengan pembentangan ke atas kesiapsiagaan operasi. Untuk makluman semua, Laluan Shah Alam memerlukan lebih kurang 855 tenaga kerja bagi operasi, penyelenggaraan dan juga sokongan. Setakat November 2025, kami sudah mencapai 93% tenaga kerja. Bagi operasi dan penyelenggaraan, kami berada pada tahap 94% ataupun 94%, manakala kumpulan sokongan sekarang berada pada 84%. Secara keseluruhannya, struktur pasukan kita hampir lengkap dan bersiap sedia untuk masuk ke fasa seterusnya. Bagi komponen latihan, dari segi latihan yang seperti mana yang saya maklumkan, jurulatih dalaman kami telah mengikuti latihan yang dijadualkan oleh pengeluar peralatan asal ataupun OEM dan telah mencapai tahap 99.3% setakat November 2025. Latihan yang dijalankan oleh OEM ini berkonsepkan latihan pengajar utama atau key structure training. Tujuannya ialah melengkapkan individu dengan kemahiran kaedah penyampaian dan pengetahuan yang diperlukan untuk melaksanakan sesi latihan yang berkesan dan menarik kepada peserta-peserta lain. Perkataan ini bukan sekadar memberi tumpuan kepada kepakaran kandungan, tapi juga kepada kemahiran dalam seni dan kaedah mengajar yang diperlukan untuk memudah cara pembelajaran dan memastikan pengekalan ilmu secara berterusan. Untuk latihan tenaga kerja bagi semua staf operasi dan penyelenggaraan, kita juga berada pada tahap yang amat membanggakan, iaitu 99.3% setakat November 2025. Ini bermaksud dari sudut kompetensi, pasukan kita telah bersedia untuk mengendalikan sistem dengan selamat dan efisien. Bagi permohonan lesen pengendali rel dan lesen operasi, terdapat 24 dokumen utama yang telah perlu disiapkan dan setakat November 2025, kemajuan keseluruhan berada pada 81.3%. So sebagaimana yang telah dijelaskan oleh Mr. Patrick just now, so there will be a stage where we have to submit our application to APAD for their approval for us to proceed with the RSD, Revenue Service Day, which at this point in time, we are on track. So we're just waiting for the testing and commissioning documents to be completed before we submit to APAD. Kami juga sedang memperkemaskan baki dokumen sebagaimana saya maklumkan tadi sebelum percubaan operasi dijalankan. Ini adalah keperluan penting dan pasukan bekerja rapat dengan pengawas selia untuk memastikan semuanya berjalan dengan lancar. Kami juga telah menjalankan latihan amal pelan tindakan kecemasan ERP, Emergency Response Plan, bersama agensi penyelamat dan pihak berkaitan. Latihan ini memastikan semua kaki tangan tahu prosedur sebenar sekiranya berlaku insiden dan respons kita dapat diselaraskan dengan cepat dan juga berkesan. Hasil latihan menunjukkan tahap kesiapsiagaan keselamatan yang baik. Satu perkara yang kami amat tekankan sebelum laluan dibuka. Ini adalah salah satu mandatory requirement by APAD for us to conduct this ERP, so which has successfully completed recently. Jika dilihat secara keseluruhan, Rapid Rail telah mencapai lebih 90% kesiapsiagaan merangkumi tenaga kerja, latihan, dokumentasi dan keselamatan. Selain latihan wajib, Rapid Rail turut melaksanakan pelbagai inisiatif tambahan untuk memperkukuhkan kemahiran operasi dan teknikal. Ini termasuklah pendedahan staf-staf kita melalui on-job training, latihan pengurusan orang ramai semasa acara besar-besaran di laluan-laluan rail yang lain. Penglibatan terus dalam proses pengujian dan pengesahan sistem seperti sistem integration test, fault free run, trial run dan pemeriksaan cuma akhir. So, staf operasi juga telah ditempatkan di stesen-stesen Laluan Shah Alam dan diberi masa berada di dalam train bagi membiasakan diri dengan persekitaran operasi sebenar sebelum laluan dibuka. Kami sebagai operator bersedia untuk mengendalikan Laluan Shah Alam dengan selamat dan efisien, tertakluk kepada penyerahan aset sepenuhnya daripada pasukan projek. Sebagai penutup, saya ingin tegaskan bahawa kami di Kumpulan Prasarana komited memberikan yang terbaik dari segi keselamatan, kualiti operasi dan pengalaman pengguna. Terima kasih sekali lagi kepada rakan-rakan media. Kami berharap maklum hari ini dapat membantu anda semua untuk menyampaikan berita yang tepat kepada masyarakat di luar sana. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Encik Amir Hamdan. Seterusnya, majlis diteruskan dengan sesi sidang media. Majlis menjemput rakan media untuk meletakkan kelengkapan audio di hadapan bagi sesi sidang media yang akan dimulakan sebentar lagi.
Kalau tak muat separuh boleh letak sini tu, letak sini. Yang media yang letak tripod boleh letak dulu. Kita bagi ruang. Pakai mic ya. Pakai mic.
Bagi memulakan sesi sidang media, saya ingin menjemput Encik Muhammad Sofian Hilmi, Ketua Unit Komunikasi Korporat untuk mengendalikan sesi ini. Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih kepada Tuan Acara Majlis. Okey, kita akan teruskan sesi soal jawab bersama media. Dengan itu saya ingin menjemput Encik Amir Hamdan, Encik Patrick Huang dan Encik Basir untuk mengambil tempat di hadapan. Saya minta jasa baik rakan media yang ingin bertanyakan soalan, sila angkat tangan dan perkenalkan diri dan agensi masing-masing. Untuk sesi soal jawab pada pagi ini, kita fokuskan kepada pembentangan dan juga isu yang dibentangkan saja pada hari ini. Saya minta kerjasama semua. Okay, saya buka floor kepada rakan media yang ingin bertanyakan soalan. Okey, yang belakang dulu. Okey.
What we are doing now when we do the testing for the software itself, I think it requires us to run a long period of time, long period of kilometers of mileage for the train itself in order for us to identify what is the problem with itself. But a lot of times when we just run, let's say 100 kilometers or 200 kilometers, we encounter there's no problems with it. There's no issue with the door can open, it can stop accurately by that. But when we do this for 2,000 kilometers, especially the golden train of 4,000 kilometers itself, then it may happen once when we reach 2,000 kilometers, like the door don't open, it don't stop accurately like that. This is all these minor glitches in the software bugs that had to be identified and had to be done that resolved by issuing the software patch itself in order to address this manner. But without running the train to this extensive testing, we're not able to identify this problem because when it should happen like the door open, then we will have the train data log itself to analyze that what really went wrong over here. Why only this occasion it happens, but most of the time it don't happen at all. And this is data is being collected throughout this period of time. And I think at this stage, like we say that we have successfully completed the golden train of 4,000 kilometers. That means a lot of these issues have been resolved, but now we may still have one or two coming in, and we believe we are at the right track to get all this resolved and to get all these teething issue or the software to be resolved as well. Of course, we have a full commitments, full support from the Siemens, from our CRRC as well, in order to help us to achieve all this. Thank you.
would it be prudent at this time to get another system expert to take over or at least troubleshoot?
At the moment, I think we are very close to complete the 4 free runs really, because I think the most challenging thing is to achieve the first golden train of 4,000 kilometers, and that have been successfully completed in November, in last month. And now we are going towards to the remaining train as well. Okay. And at the moment, we believe that we are the right tracks that going toward to achieve this, and to get another system guy to go and troubleshoot that kind of thing. I don't think it's at the moment, because we also have an independent safety guy do the assessment for our project, that kind of things. They are involved in assessing our software reliability, and their input is being considered as well. That's why part of it we have to do all this enhanced testing to improvise it. At the moment, we believe we are at the right track to get this thing done and move forward from here already. And we are very close there. Like I said, the most challenging part of the golden train that we achieved, and subsequently we also have achieved 3 number of trains that achieved 3,000 kilometers as well. Okay, thank you.
For the questions and updates, this is Kedra from MNA Kyoto News. Can we get the latest information of the construction? I know the stakeholders who is involved in LRT, including the construction, which is Setia, Utama, Setia Berhad, who is involved in the tracking signals and the train set. Okay, and maybe answers for the first question.
For Setia Utama LRT3, we are the main turnkey contractor for this LRT3 projects. And for the rolling stock, the train set is being supplied and manufactured by CRRC Juzo. Okay? And for the signaling system itself is by Siemens and Rasma Corporations.
And my second question is, who is actually responsible for the much delayed LRT train out of all involved parties, and would it eventually increase the cost of the
So I can answer on the second part in terms of the cost, since this turnkey project, so it's actually fixed cost. So on our side, as Prasarana, there won't be any additional cost. Yep. What is your first question, sir?
Okay, I think for the railroad project, what we always believe, I think we need to deliver a very safe, reliable, and stable system as well. And if we can't satisfy ourselves, and I don't think that is a good idea, we just rush and push the system out and get it open to public. At the moment, throughout this testing that for the last 2.5 months, we go through it during the FFR, we do find all these teething problems. That's why we ourselves, together with Prasarana itself, we think that it's really crucial for us to be able to enhance the testing as well. And we shouldn't be just for the sake of opening up the line and just put it all through. We believe that we need to address all these teething problems, even though like the issue the door don't open, that kind of thing, it may not be related to unsafe line, but it creates a very troublesome to the passenger experience. If you want to come down to this station and the door don't open itself, then you have to go to the next station, come back again. That is an issue we don't want to be experienced as well. That's why we think that these kind of things that we want to do it in a proper and right way, at least to deliver a not only safe but reliable and stable system itself. That's why we decided to enhance the thing and to prolong the testing as well at this moment.
Okey, soalan seterusnya. Perkenalkan diri.
Saya Tio Submission. Okey, boleh jelaskan tak tentang yang FFR tu, setakat ni golden train yang ada 4,000 km tu, berbanding dengan sampai berapa banyak train yang undergo FFR tu. Dan adakah time tak bagi kemudian pastikan evaluation itu jadi ada beberapa.
In total, we have 22 train sets to go through all the FFR, the hot free run tests, and we had, like I say, we have achieved the golden train 4,000. We achieved another 3 sets for 3,000, and we still have a balance 18 set to go. That is currently ongoing on the run into accumulated mileage. That each individual train is run independently, and then all the things have to address it accordingly. at the moment is still ongoing. We're expecting should and at the same time try to resolve with the rigorous testing that kind of thing. We hopefully that by end of January we should be completing all the trend set of FFR testing. But we will give another updates by middle of next month on the our actual progress during the times.
Ada soalan seterusnya? Jangkaan buka.
Jangkaan buka. So, sebagaimana saya maklumkan tadi, setakat hari ini kita perlu memastikan testing commissioning berjalan dengan baik, dan kita akan pastikan, kita harap by mid January kita akan dapat pengesahan dari segi lebih jelas, dari segi certainty of the revenue service date for this line. So at this point in time, saya sebagai wakil prasarana, kami masih belum lagi jelas, sehingga sebagaimana Mr. Patrick just now mentioned, in terms of the patches of the software dan sebagainya, itu telah dibuat testing yang sebaiknya before kita announce in terms of the new operation date lah for Shah Alam line. So by mid January kita akan ada satu lagi sidang media untuk berikan maklum balas terkini berkenaan dengan kesiapsiagaan operasi bagi Shah Alam line. Buat masa ni memang kami perlu pastikan sistem signaling yang sebagaimana kita maklum tadi stable. So kalau sistem tak stable, quarter 1, quarter 2 pun masih lagi menjadi tanya-tanya kan. So kita pastikan stability dulu kepada software dan sebagainya, dan harapnya pada bulan Januari nanti kami akan memberikan maklum balas yang terkini lah mengenai kesiapsiagaan operasi dalam.
Good morning. Morning. My name is Rex. So thank you for having here to I just feels like from what is
I think the lesson learned from our side over here is that the things are the reliability, stability of the software, even the integration with the rolling stock, that kind of things, not only on the signaling side, on the rolling stock side. That is important that we test it rigorously, and then at the extended period of times, instead of overly optimistic that this timeline can be achieved as well, because the bugs of the glitches in the software itself sometimes is very unpredictable, and then when it find, it need time to analyze, it need time to find the root cause before the software patches can be introduced to resolve this matter. And a lot of time that it require a lot of runs that accumulating, when you accumulate a lot of mileage, a lot of runs, the data or how it customized to this line particularly by itself, that require for us to study and to customize it in the software itself to address the issue. Okay, it may not be as a generic product that just put in. It has to be customized in the particular project as well. I think it is always better in future. There's a more rigorous testing, more longer time period is being allowed for to go through this testing as well.
Good morning. My name is Thomas from Malaysia News Channel. Any comments from Siemens themselves about the delays?
I think Siemens, as our subcontractor itself, they are always very supporting to our project. I think they are fully supported to us and assisting us and helping us to resolve the issue. And I think so far their support, even from local, from Germany side, that kind of thing is very positive, and then that is a good part of it. That's why I think throughout the last 2.5 months when we started our testing itself, yes, we do encounter challenges and problems over here, but I can say that most of it have been resolved promptly, and with around the clock support from the Germany side as well. And That's why it has been proven that subsequently we achieved the most difficult golden train of 4,000 as well. If without that support, I don't think that it will happen as well last month. That's why we believe that the whole testing of FFR, we are moving in the right directions, and hopefully that's by next month we should be finishing it.
The second question is benchmarking. How do you compare the trial runs compared to other countries? For example, in terms of achieving the targets, the 10 targets.
Okay, if we compare the current requirements set internally in Malaysia, for example, 4,000 kilometers for the fault-free run itself, just like say we compare to the regional in Singapore, that kind of thing. So Singapore, they don't have such a thing of fault-free runs. When before every train being rolled out to the line, they just need to do a trial run, maybe about 1,000 kilometers only, and everything is fine. They start running already. What we believe, what we are setting here by our authority, even by our clients of here, I think we are setting a higher standards even compared to a lot of global standard as well. And it's good that, for example, let's say even previously earlier line that kind of thing, sometimes the door don't opens occasionally. It's not a big deal. We can still run the train. The passenger can go. The only thing it may just create this inconvenience to passengers itself because it just so the door don't open, then he had to go to next station Disember and come back again. But it happens just once in a while, maybe every once in every 1 week, something like that. It's very rare occasion as well. But to us over here, when we do our fault-free run in this case, we don't even want to see this kind of thing to happen as well. And then the standards and the bar have been raised at a very high levels. And we think it's good as well because we don't want to have that kind of bad passenger experience to be given when we open the line. And that's why we need a longer time for us to run the train, to collect the data, and to further improvise, enhance the software itself to address all these glitches. And that is what we've been doing for the last 2.5 months as well. And with the support from CRRC and Siemens, that kind of thing, I think we are moving well. That's why we have successfully completed 4,000 kilometers. Yeah.
Thank you.
Isu teknikal. So adakah tadi kita ada pertengahan Januari akan adakan accident media. Adakah 23 isu teknikal ini cuba diselesaikan belum pertengahan Januari kalau mendapat konflik?
As per today, 33 that we identified as the last 2.5 months. That 33, in fact, we have a solution to that already. Most of it have been resolved, and then the software patch been done. But after every software have been resolved by the software patch, we still need to continue do the testing to monitor whether the solutions, the patch itself is reliable or not. And that is the process we are doing now. Okay? And at the moment on record, all these 33 vessels, we have resolved it, and there is a solution to that have been addressed as well. But we still need to go through that rigorous testing to prove that our solution, our patch itself, it works.
Kita terima soalan terakhir, kalau boleh.
Okay, untuk soalan tersebut, sebagaimana yang mungkin masing-masing mengetahui, sistem yang signaling currently kita akan engage dengan, kita telah engage dengan Siemens punya sistem. So at this point in time, for the other lines, kita menggunakan sistem-sistem berbeza. So ini adalah pertama kali sebenarnya kita menggunakan sistem signaling berlandaskan Siemens punya software lah. Ya. So yang lain tu tidak menggunakan sistem yang sama.
Okay, okay, Ani, silakan Cik.
Just would like to ask, what did the Ministry of Transportation say about this delay, and are they urging Prasarana to complete it by next year? Thank you.
So for information of media, so we actually update YB Minister on weekly basis, the status. And if we have urgent or ad hoc, very difficult situations, we actually have a closed sessions specifically to update YB Minister. So it's actually not on weekly, sometimes we have 2 times a week. So depending on the status of the project. So yes, definitely that the government wants these projects to be or to be start early as possible. But definitely, we want to make sure that the safety, reliability of the operations is at our utmost priority. So I think they understand the current situation very well, and for us actually to execute immediately in terms of the resolution of all these issues or errors. So I think in this sense, so I think the government always want us to complete very urgently, but at the same time not to compromise in terms of safety and reliability of the operations.
I'm Zifeng. Hello. I'm Zifeng from Hsinchu. I want to know what kind of data do you refer to to make your launch prediction? Because previously say open on September and then delay to October and then December and then now become mid-January. So may I know what kind of data you refer to this? Yeah.
Because when earlier we plan our testing timeline, we anticipate, yes, we do anticipate that certain problem may arise, okay? And then at the same time itself, based on the per kilometer things, when we're expecting this, let's say the for free run will be finishing within 2 months. But apparently when we run this for free run, we have encountered more issue, more glitches than what we expected. And a lot of times that have been required to find a solution to it as well. And then subsequent to that as well, due to that, we also, because of the numerous findings and resolution to that, we also have decided with Prasarana itself to enhance further testing itself, just to make sure the thing don't go wrong during operations. And that I believe is crucial for us to ensure we have a safe and reliability systems. That's why subsequently I think the timeline getting longer because we ourselves also set the bar higher a bit in order for us to achieve a better result for that.
Sorry, last question from me. I promise. Okay. In regards to the deadlines, okay, the deadlines for rollout set by the Transport Ministry, is it inconsistent with the technical requirements of the LRT 3 punya system? Is it inconsistent? Can you confirm that? Thank you.
So I think you're probably referring to 31st December 2025, right? So in actual fact, based on as Patrick mentioned just now, based on our initial target, based on the everything goes well as per timeline. So normally we have a dedicated or kind of like a timeline for every stage. So this also referring to our previous project like MRT, Projaya, Kajang Line. So based on that, I think is actually is consistent with the initial target. So, but it's just that because of all these glitches that discovered during the FFR, of which we did not initially anticipate. So, hence the initial revenue visit has been postponed to a later date. So, it's not considered as not inconsistent or inconsistent because we have been updating minister on weekly basis on the status of the project. Yeah.
Okay. Okey, dengan itu berakhirlah sesi soal jawab kita pada pagi ini. Yang ini saya mempersilakan Cik Amin, Cik Basir dan Cik Patrick untuk kembali ke tempat duduk.
Terima kasih.
Okey, kepada rakan media, sesi seterusnya kita akan adakan sesi lawatan ke atas platform. Kepada rakan media, jurugambar sila masuk menerusi gate dan berhimpun di hadapan gate sana. Kepada rakan media boleh masuk ikut gate depan ni dulu ya. Media sahaja ya, sila make sure anda pakai tag pengenalan kerana pihak polis bantuan akan mengenal pasti anda.